here. What is the full form of ASCII? Pooja? You just take that page. It's not clear, Pooja.
American Standard.
Yes, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That is, the various codes for data representation are ASCII, ISCII, Unicode. These are the three codes used for data representation. The first one, it is ASCII. It is American Standard Code for American Standard. One second. Okay. It is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay. So the first one, it is ASCII, it is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Second one, it is ISCII, Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. Last one, it is Unicode, that is Universal Coding Standard. Okay. Then next one, it is ASCII. ASCII may be considered the most widespread coding scheme used. It is developed by American Standard Association. ASCII was introduced in 1963. It has defined for 128 characters. We need this number, that is 128 characters are included in ASCII, which are represented by 7 bits. Then in ASCII format, 0 to 9 is represented using 48 to 57, means 0 it is 48. We already discussed this topic, I just revised. So 0 it is 48. Then what about 1? Vinayak, what about 1? What is the ASCII value of 1?
49.
It is 49. Then what is the value of 9? Rahul? All of you switch on the video. Alan, Niranjan, Jacob, all of you switch on the video. Okay. Roshan. If the value of 0, ASCII value of 0 is 2. Zero it is 48, 1 it is 49. What is 2? Roshan? Yes, correct, 50. It is 50. John Philip, what is the value of 9? John, switch on the video.
Ma'am, I'm having a few connection issues, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Then-
value of 9 is 57.
57. What about 8?
56.
Okay, John. So these are the ASCII values for integers, that is 0 to 9 we represented from 48 to 57. So you by heart the ASCII value of 0 and 9. Okay. By heart the ASCII value of 0 and 9. The value ASCII value of 0 it is 48 and ASCII value of 9 it is 57. Then we can calculate the intermediate values. Okay. 1 and 2, 1 to 8 values we can calculate using this starting and ending value. Okay. Then next is about capital letter A to Z. Capital letter A, it is 65. Then what is Naveen? What is the value of C? If A it is 65, then what is the value of C? 67, correct, Naveen. So B it is 66. Then Z it is Rahul. What is Z? Rahul. Okay, Naurin. What is the value of Z? ASCII value of Z?
90.
90. Then Y. Naurin?
89.
89. Okay, just like that we want to find out the values. Okay, so you by heart the value of A and Z. The capital letter A ASCII value it is 65 and the capital letter Z ASCII value it is 90. Then we can find out all the intermediate character ASCII values using the starting and ending value. Okay, so that is ASCII values of capital letter A to Z. Then what about the next value, A to small letter a? It is 97. Small letter a, small letter a it is 97. Then Tom, what about B? What is the ASCII value of B? It is 98. Then Z it is 122. Then what about small letter y? It is 121. Okay. So small letter a it is 97 and capital letter Z it is 122. By heart the starting values, 0 it is 48, 9 it is 57, then capital letter A it is 65, Z it is 90, small letter a it is 97 and small letter Z it is 122. By heart the starting and ending value I will ask. Anaga, what is capital letter A? $65. It is 65. Aman, what is small letter Z?
122.
Yes, correct, Aman. Vinayak, what is small letter A?
90.
97. Niranjan, what is Nayan? 57. Okay, so just like that you by heart the starting and ending value, then we can find out the ASCII value based on one word. Okay, did you write this question based on finding ASCII values? This 4 question. I think the first question is completed, isn't it? Anyone?
Ma'am, all the 4 are already
Completed. Okay, okay.
completed.
Then no problem. Okay, we'll go to the next topic. It is ISCI. ISCI. It is a coding scheme which can accommodate the characters used by various Indian script. That is, in ISCI, it is the full form. It is Indian Standard Code. Okay, so we are in this coding system. We are including some languages in India. Okay, so the ASCII values, the ISCI is based on Indian Standard Code. So we have the representations for our Malayalam language, Tamil language, all our languages values are included in ISCI. That is Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay, in American Standard Code for Information Interchange we are including only English alphabets and some special characters and some 0 to 9 digits. These are included in ASCII. In ASCII, it includes 0 to 9, then capital letter A to Z, small letter A to Z, and some special characters. But in the case of ISCII, we are adding some more languages, including English alphabets. We are using some languages like Malayalam, Tamil, etc. Okay, that is the use of ISCII. So it is a coding scheme which can be accommodate the characters used by various Indian scripts. It is an 8-bit code. ASCII is a 7-bit code. Here it is 8-bit code capable of coding 256 characters. How many characters are in ASCII, Tom? In ASCII? Tom? Okay, Jacob. How many characters are in ASCII?
128.
128 characters. It's a 7-bit code, and in ASCII we are using 128 characters. But in the case of ISCII, it is used mainly for Indian script. It's an 8-bit code and it includes 256 characters. In that 256 characters, 128 characters are the same as ASCII. The remaining 128 bit space is used to represent ISCII specific characters. That is, the remaining 128 bits are used for representing our common Indian languages. Okay. So, it is a coding scheme which can accommodate the characters used by various Indian scripts. It is an 8-bit code capable of coding 256 characters. The first 128 characters are the same as ASCII, and only the next 128 bit space is used to represent ISCII specific characters like Malayalam, Tamil, Kannada, just like that. Okay. Is it clear? Completed? Okay. The next one, it is Unicode. Unicode, it is universal coding scheme. Unicode is a new universal coding standard adopted by all new platforms. Platform means any platform, means in Windows operating system it is considered as one platform. In any platform we can use this Unicode. Okay, it is common for all platforms. We can use that Unicode in any platform, in any program, in any language. That is the advantage of Unicode. Okay, we can use this Unicode in Linux operating system, Unix operating system, Windows operating system. That are the different platforms used. So Unicode is a new universal coding standard adopted by all new platforms. Unicode provides a unique number for every character irrespective of the platform, program, and the language. Language means just like our Python language or C++ language. Any programming language we can use. So Unicode is a new universal coding standard adopted by all new platforms, and Unicode provides a unique number for every character irrespective of the platform, program, and the language. It is a character coding system designed to support, first you write, after completing I will explain. Alan, Roshan, switch on the video. Dia also switch on the video. Okay. Vinaya completed. Naveen completed. Naveen, am I audible? Is it completed?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, so Unicode is a new universal coding standard. So it is common in universe, in all region it is common. Unicode is common for common. So Unicode is a new universal coding standard adopted by all new platforms. Unicode provides a unique number for every character irrespective of the platform, program and the language. In ASCII and ISCII some limitations are there. Some languages we have some ISCII value and ASCII value are there, but in the case of Unicode, a unique number for every character. A unique number is used for every character. That is the specialty of Unicode. Okay. In the case of ASCII, only 128 characters. We can represent only 128 characters. In the case of ISCII, we can use only 258 characters. But in Unicode, we have a unique number for every character. That is the difference. Okay. So, it is a character coding system designed to support the worldwide interchange, processing and display of the written text of the diverse language. That is, it is the worldwide interchange, processing and display of the written text of the diverse language. Means, if we write anything in any language, it is interchanged and processed and display in different diverse languages. Okay, if we write anything in any language, it is converted to its corresponding Unicode. Okay, that is, it is a character coding system designed to support the worldwide interchange. Support worldwide interchange, and it is also support worldwide processing, and it also support worldwide display of the written text in different languages. Okay. If we write anything in any language, it will convert it to Unicode. Okay. But it is not possible in the case of ASCII. Some languages we can convert it into ISCII, but in the case of Unicode, we can convert anything we write in the system, it can be converted to Unicode. Okay. Then last point, it is Unicode is a way to include all the different schemes into one universal text and text coding. That is, it's a common scheme. It is a common scheme used in entire universe using the same coding system, Unicode. Okay. So these are the points related with Unicode. Then next one, it is UTF. UTF is for Unicode Transformation Format. Unicode Transformation Format. The important thing in this theory portion, it is you want to find by heart the expansion, that is what is UTF, what is ASCII, that is American Standard Code for expansion of ASCII, ISCII, Unicode, then UTF, just like that, and just by heart the 2 or 3 points for each of these terms. Okay, what is ASCII, how many bits are used, and how many characters we can represent using ASCII. The case of ISCII also, how many characters we can represent, just like that. The commonly used coding data representation code, it is ASCII and ISCII. Okay. Jacob, Dia, Roshan, switch on the video. Alan, Dia, switch on the video. Okay, Roshan also. What happened, Dia? Any network issue? Okay. Roshan completed. Okay. So UTF stands for Unicode Transformation Format. The expansion of UTF, it is Unicode Transformation Format. It's a format used for transforming that Unicode to its corresponding value. Okay. So stands for Unicode Transformation Format. UTF was developed so that users have a standardized means of encoding the characters with the minimal amount of space. Means minimum bytes are used for converting each character. For that purpose we are using this UTF. UTF was developed so that users have a standardized means. Means it's a common means of encoding the characters with the minimum amount of space. We will discuss this term minimal amount of space in the next slide. Before that, what is code points? Code points means Unicode characters set map each character in the word to a unique number. Okay, and each character, the Unicode have its own unique number. So Unicode character set mapped each character in the world to a unique number. So there are no collision between alphabets of different languages. Okay, if one number is for A and another number is for our language A and another value for E. So all the characters have its own Unicode representation. So to avoid the collision between the alphabets of different languages, we are using a unique number for each character. To avoid the collision between the alphabets of different languages, we are using a unique number. These numbers are platform independent. Platform independent means in any system we can use this unique number. That is platform independent. Dependent means it depends on platform, but here it is independent, means any platform we can use this unique number. Okay, then these unique numbers are called code points. So each character has its own unique number. This unique number is mainly used for avoiding the collision between the alphabets of different languages. Means in Unicode we are representing so many characters. All the characters has its own Unicode. So to avoid the collision, we are using a unique number. That unique number is known as code points. Okay. Is it clear, Rahul? Okay. This is purely theory based topic, that's why I am moving. So the next one, it is different encoding standards, that is based on, I will explain the previous slide, it is based on minimal amount of space. Based on this minimal amount of space, we use 3 types of UTF format. Different encoding standards, that is UTF-8 encoding. UTF-8 means using 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes depending on their size. Minimal space means if I want to represent a small word, I am using UTF-8 because that small word need, if I want to represent AB, I need a minimum space, that is I need only 8 bytes for representing this AB. So I will use UTF-8. There is no need of using this UTF-32 for representing a single character or 2 character. If I want to represent a big sentence or a set of sentences, we want to use this UTF-32. Okay, that is the meaning of this minimal amount of space. Okay, so using this minimal amount of space, we are dividing this UTF in 3 sections, that is UTF-8, UTF-16, UTF-32. UTF-8 encoding, code points are represented using 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes. What is bytes? Aman, any idea about bytes?
Yes, ma'am.
What is bytes?
The numbers.
Numbers. What is bit, Aman?
Numbers.
Number.
I don't know, ma'am.
Okay, okay, Aman. Anaga, what is bit? 0 or 1 is known as bit. Then John Joes, what is byte?
8 bits.
Yes, 8 bit, it is known as bytes. Okay, so here we are, so 1 bit, that is 1 bit means either 0 or 1. If you are using 8 bits, then it is 1 bytes. Okay, so using 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes depending on their size, it is known as UTF-8. Okay, if we are for transforming, if we are using 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes, the coding scheme it is known as UTF-8. And if it is 2 or 4 bytes, it is UTF-16. If it is 4 bytes, it is UTF-32. Okay, So different encoding standards, that is based on minimum space, we divide this UTF into 3 section. First one, it is UTF-8. 8 means we can use not 4 bytes only, we can use 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes. Okay, that is UTF-8. For UTF-16 we are using 2 bytes only, 2 or 4 bytes only. Okay, in the case of UTF-32 we are using 4 bytes. 4 into 8, 32. Here we are using 2 into 8 and also 4 into 8. So UTF-8 is 1, 2, 3 or 4 bytes. UTF-16 it is 2 or 4 bytes. UTF-32 it is 4 bytes. Okay. So these are the topics related with our ASCII and ISCII. So first we learn about this ASCII. The main points included in encoding of character it is, first you want to find what is ASCII and what is the expansion of ASCII, and also ISCII and its expansion, Unicode its expansion. Okay, and the second it is these characters. The important things are, first one it is again it's moving. Okay, 128 characters, that is the 1 point, and it includes 7 bits, and all these ASCII values are important. Okay, and the problems based on this ASCII, that is also important. Okay, the questions based on this ASCII. Okay, then based on ISCII you want to by heart the expansion, then how many characters, and from this 256 characters this point is also important, and 8 bits are used. These are the 2 important points. Then about Unicode, you by heart the expansion of Unicode, and also the points related with first point is first point, then second point. These are the 2 important points. This is mainly is used for diversing the points, the code. The 2 points, these 2 points, you study the 2 points. Okay, then this code points, definition of code point is important, and the expansion of UTF also. Then you just study the term UTF-8, UTF-16 and UTF-30. It is not important. Then any doubt regarding this coding, ASCII, ISCII and Unicode? So our first chapter is over. Then we are starting our next chapter. It is based on Python. We are starting Python after the test paper. Okay, so are the okay. Any doubt regarding this De Morgan's law or laws, associative law, any law? No doubt. Okay, so we'll continue Studio 11 with test paper. Okay, you just revise the topics. Okay, ready for the test paper. Okay, it's 18.